Chicago Bears GOAT is earning the NFL's highest honor. Hello, everyone. I'm Andy here with Chicago Bears React, bringing you all of the Chicago Bears news you're seeking out both during the season and in the off-season. Before we dive into today's story, please take a moment, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Make sure you don't miss anything. This is an exciting off-season. We're talking free agents. We're talking number one pick in the draft, another top 10 pick. And all kinds of changes happening around this ascending football team. Stay tuned into the channel. We're going to cover everything here. Now for today, we are covering a simple but very exciting story. Sources now around the NFL are reporting that the Bears will have not one, not two, but three former players heading to Canton. Yes, three Hall of Famers, former Bears, and that'll be Steve McMichael, Devin Hester, and Julius Peppers. This is obviously exciting for a number of reasons, and I want to start with Steve McMichael, Mongo, who, there was a real push around the NFL to immortalize this player, to welcome him into this fraternity. For those of you who haven't been following, Mongo has been battling ALS, and his health has pretty severely declined in recent years. And this is somebody who I think there was a lot of emotional support to get him into the Hall. But also, let's not forget, this is a player who earned it. This is a player who was part of that 85 Bears team. He's the second all-time in sacks for the Chicago Bears. This is as big of a emotional kind of linchpin for that team as he was a actual physical presence on the field, and someone that I think Bears fans everywhere are excited to find out he'll be going to Canton. Julius Peppers is another one, we're gonna take partial credit for. Obviously, he didn't spend his entire career in Chicago. I think there will be other franchises that question whether or not he's a Bear, but he had some of his prime years in Chicago. He was a real force for some of those Bears defenses, and just exciting that he's getting in. Especially, he hasn't even been up for it for many opportunities. So this is a big win for him. And then the big one that I wanted to just touch on is our man Devin Hester. I think Bears fans have been pounding the table for a long time. This was his third opportunity to get in. I know I, like many Bears fans, thought he deserved to get in first try, it's a tricky thing. So when you talk to different people, who aren't Chicago fans, they'll say, well, he's a special teamer. Special teamers don't get in first try, yada, yada, yada. I've heard all the arguments. He is the GOAT. When you're talking about who is the best return man of all time, it starts with Devin Hester. Everybody looks around and says, we agree, right? It's Devin. That's unanimous. All right. And then you can talk about who's next best after him. He is unquestionably the greatest returner of all time. And I remember even there was a video floating around last summer. Deion Sanders was asked about this, and he was like, how the hell is he not in the Hall of Fame already? Like, he changed the rules. Like, the rules had to change because of Devin Hester, as far as I'm concerned. Like, people, maybe not the rules, that's the wrong way to put it. He changed the game. Like, the way teams had to play against the Bears, all of a sudden it was like, I guess, we'll just punt it out of bounds. Like, we're just going to have to punt it away from this guy. Like, you can't risk it. And the story goes that for the Super Bowl against the Colts had talked about this all week, where we cannot kick to Devin Hester, and then they screwed up and they kicked it to Devin Hester on the first kick, and we all know what happened from there. He returned it like he returned so many kicks. And this is just I'm doing this video a little bit off the cuff because, frankly, I'm just so excited, and I wanted this to be more just my actual gut reaction. But Devin just deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. easily one of my favorite Bears of all time, and I think it's just exciting that this honor has been finally bestowed upon him. So one thing I saw on Twitter that I was gonna share as well. We'll see. This was just kind of an interesting thought from Aaron Lemming, where he said it feels like the Bears might be a lock for the Hall of Fame game. I agree, Aaron. I agree. I think that would probably make sense, and so something to keep an eye on. I think when the scheduling gets done, anytime you've got 3 former Bears all going to Canton, it would kind of make sense that the Bears would be involved in that preseason game. So anyway, let me know who you think the next Chicago Bear will be who gets into the Hall of Fame. Write it in the comments. I'll be curious to see who some of those names are. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.